to the United States of America and under God, indivisible, with liberty for all.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Johnson. Crawford. Yes. Hardy.
Here.
Dyke.
Here.
Johnson. Crawford. Yes. Team.
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of January 23rd, 2018.
Any discussion, motion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Dyke.
Yes.
Artino. Genesi.
Yes.
Doctor. Crawford. Yes. Hardy.
Yes. Okay, thank you everyone for coming. We are at the audience comments. Everyone has a 3-minute time limit. If you would please step to the podium, state your name and your address for the record.
I got good news. I don't, I'm not jumping over anybody here. About a month or two ago, this is just an informational on my part. About a month or so ago, a gentleman by the name of Gary
Sir,
Payne.
name
Oh, I'm
and
sorry,
address.
Bill Scott, 213 Ohio Street.
Thank you.
Gary? She knows. About a month or so ago, Gary Payne, who some of you might know, who's an avid runner and done a lot of marathons, especially Boston Marathon, called me and suggested an idea that we both ran with a little bit and got together race directors in the town. And this is kind of what we came up with, and I want to kind of read what we're planning on doing. It doesn't affect the city anything. If anything, is to promote the city as well as the races that we have. This is hopefully what we're going to be sending out to the papers within the week here. Huron has quickly become known as a runner's town with a wide variety of 5K races and course locations. There was sure to be a race for everyone. Luckily for runners everywhere, a new series has brought all the races together in an exciting new series. Race runners announced today that they will be hosting the inaugural We Run This Town 5K race series this year. This new series will consist of 5 races, which I'll mention a little bit later. We refer to that, as we said, We Run This Town. In addition to individual race awards, participants will take home exclusive We Run This Town race series swags. Each person who runs and completes all 5 of the races will earn a commemorative series, race series mug, beer sign, and/or beer sign, and a certificate of participation. Also, the top 3 male and female racers with the lowest combined times for all races will win cash prizes of $125 for first, $75 for second, and $50 respectively at the end of the series. As I mentioned, Gary Payne was the one that suggested that, only because of the 5 races that we have. I would like to mention then the 5 races we have, not to take up your time. The first one has to be the Abbey Rose Trail Run 5K run and walk. It'll be now Saturday, May 5th. It'll be hosted at Favens. It has been hosted at Bowling Green in the past, but we moved it to Favens Park this year. Of course, the Huron Riverfest 5K and Fun Run will be Saturday, July 14th during the Riverfest, which of course is run down by the lake as well as around the high school. BGSU Firelands Falcon Fun Race is Saturday, September 15th, approximately 9 a.m., which of course is run at Bowling Green. The St. Peter School Spectacular 5K run for kids, Pumpkin Fun Run, Saturday, October 27th at 9. And of course, the Judy Lively Memorial Annual Turkey Dash, which is Thursday, on Turkey Day, of course, November 22nd at 9 a.m. Obviously, as I said, our hope is to encourage people to come to the town, but as well as participate and help the races that we have. Each of them have certain things that they host or support. For example, the Abbey Rose supports SIDS and helps family who's lost children. Bowling Green has a fund for themselves. The Riverfest one helps cross-country, track, and Young Life in Erie County. Judy Lively's, or the Pumpkin Run, of course, helps St. Pete's Schools. And Judy Lively's is, of course, the Judy Lively Scholarship Fund. Last but not least, hopefully, we made up our own series that we're going to hopefully put on the arms of each of the kids or families' t-shirts, which we designed and incorporated with the town logo, as you can see almost. So we hope that, again, we just let you know that we're supporting the town as well as supporting our races. And I thank you for your time.
Mr. Scott.
Thank you.
Yeah, she said that. She
Anyone else?
Stacey Henners, 1130 Maverick Road. Good evening. I'm asking every member of council sitting here tonight to take action to address the risks that the marijuana dispensary poses to our schools, neighborhoods, and parks as it's currently situated. As a community, our top priority has to be protecting our kids and protecting our neighborhoods. It's more important than any new business that could come to town or economic gain. And even a small risk of harm to our schools or our neighborhoods is too big of a risk to take, especially when the economic gain of a dispensary is as minimal as it would be here. There's no sales tax on marijuana, meaning our local government gets no cut of these sales. The property taxes at the Burger King site are already being paid. That's not new money. The only source of additional income would be the dispensary's payroll. Let's say it's $500,000, which it's not gonna be. That's $5,000 a year of new money for the city. Is it worth taking that kind of risk with our schools and our neighborhoods? And is it worth the kind of division that this issue caused our community? Dozens of people are here tonight for the fourth straight meeting to voice their opposition to the proposed dispensary at the Burger King site. Hundreds have signed a petition. Our county health commissioners come out against it. Our school board has come out against it. Do you hear us? Because if so, I don't understand how any of you can sit here and not take action to find a middle ground on this. You have the absolute power to solve this issue. Ohio House Bill 523, the same set of laws that creates a marijuana dispensary license, gives this city council the right to ban or restrict dispensaries through zoning. Anyone who's telling you you can't act or that it's too late to act is misleading you. Dozens of communities throughout Ohio continue to impose bans and zoning restrictions on marijuana facilities. Just 2 weeks ago, Liberty Township in Butler County imposed a ban. And anyone who says this city will be subject to quote-unquote massive litigation if you exercise your statutory right to restrict a dispensary is misleading you. I understand the investors behind the dispensary said that they've just got too much invested over the past few months at the Burger King site to look at an alternative. This is what I say back to you. We, the families in Huron, have way more invested in this community than any new out-of-town business possibly could. We have our homes, we have our schools, we have our churches, and most importantly, we have our kids. We, not some out-of-town investor, should be your first and primary consideration on this issue. This issue will not blow over. If you don't act, please know that there are hundreds of citizens willing to step into your shoes through a ballot initiative. This issue will continue to dominate your agenda for council this year. If you don't act, we will make sure of it. And this will continue to unnecessarily divide and worry this community unless you take action tonight. I sincerely hope you do, and thank you for your consideration.
Anyone else?
Council, if you're truly honest with yourselves, something as big as marijuana dispensaries was never brought to the people for input. The OPC deal was done behind closed doors. To us, it appears everything you have done to this point has not been to truly listen, but to try to change our minds, the public's minds, or discredit us among others. Stating this was, among others, stating this was a deal between private businesses that you had no control over. Telling the public the city could get sued. Telling the public it was a done deal and your hands were tied. These were all either misleading, untruths, or you didn't do your homework, just believe the good salesman. Also allowing OPC to deliver a 55-minute info commercial on the benefits of medical marijuana for legitimate needs, which no one was arguing. Allowing half-truths to perpetuate in the newspaper, not informing the community to begin with. There's a dispensary possibly coming to Huron. It was found out by accident, not because of your transparency. Brad, building your resume for a commissioner run. Glenn, not ethic to vote with business involvement.
Real quick, everyone knows who you are, but you guys take a few minutes for the record. Apologize, but
You
sorry
gotta
to
start
stop
that
you
over.
midstream, yeah.
Repetition's good a lot of times. Sometimes you only retain about 10% of what you learn if you don't repeat it. Okay. Steve Fisher, 214 Ohio Street, Huron. Here we go. Got that 3-minute clock watch on here. Boom. Here we go. Council, if you're truly honest with yourselves, something as big as marijuana dispensaries was never brought to the people for input. The OPC deal was done behind closed doors. To us, it appears everything you have done to this point has not been to truly listen, but to try to change our minds, the public's minds, or to discredit us, among other things, stating this was a deal between private businesses they had no control over. Telling the public the city could get sued. Telling the public it was a done deal and your hands were tied. These were all either misleading, untruths, or you didn't do your homework. You just believed the good salesman. Also allowing OPC to deliver a 55-minute info commercial to the benefits of medical marijuana for legitimate needs, which no one was arguing. Allowing half-truths to be perpetuated in the newspaper, not informing the community to begin with. There was a dispensary possibly in the Huron. It was possibly coming to Huron. It was found to be by accident, not because of your transparency. Brad, building your resume for a commissioner run. Glenn, not ethical to vote with business involvement. I'll be surprised if you don't get that bid. Selling the soul of the city for a few jobs and money. Andy, you said nothing has concluded here, and that is correct, but experience has been recorded in other states. Most of what we've seen, read, and heard has not been good about towns with dispensaries. That should give you pause not to go ahead and run with it. There are real-life experiences